Nate, are you on your way home?
Yes, I am. I'm driving right now. What's up?
Just checking if you need dinner tonight. You said you might be hanging with your colleagues sometime soon, so...
I'm coming straight home today.
Okay. I will prepare your food then.
Thanks. Is everything okay? You know I always tell you earlier if I have evening plans.
I know, I just wanted to check.
If I tell you earlier, you hardly ever look at my messages. Are you sure you are okay?
Yes, I am. I really was just checking in with you. It's okay if I want to message my husband, isn't it?
Alright. How is Jordan? Has he eaten already?
Yes, he ate a while ago and now is in his room.
Okay. How's he been today?
He hasn't spoken a word to me all day. I feel very lonely.
He's still acting strange then, huh?
Yes, totally. Just as I told you. He's been so cold to me lately.
He's perfectly normal to me. I wonder what's going on with him.
No idea. I ask, but he never says anything. I think his attitude is getting worse now.
How so?
Not only does he not speak to me, but he's been breaking promises. He came home after his curfew today. He didn't tell me he was going to be late. And he didn't even apologize for being late when he came back.
Oh man. Well, he's a teenage boy. I remember being rebellious around that age.
Even so, I can't allow him to be disrespectful. I know I shouldn't overreact, but this is stressing me out. I don't even know how to communicate with him.
I wonder why he's being weird to you, and not me. If he is just being rebellious, then he would have an attitude with me too, wouldn't he?
That's the other thing that pisses me off. Why just me? He should tell me if I did something.
Can you think of anything at all?
If I knew what it was, I wouldn't be so stressed.
There's got to be a reason. Maybe you did something unknowingly. I mean, you don't know what triggers a teenager.
What? Are you saying this is my fault?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm just saying teenagers are difficult. They could get upset over something we never could have thought of.
Still, I have no idea. I haven't done anything out of the ordinary.
Maybe something is going on at school.
No clue. There's no way for us to know unless he tells us.
You're right. I will talk to Jordan. Maybe I'll take him out somewhere on the weekend.
Do you mind?
Not at all. Since he's been acting normal around me, he might talk. We haven't been fishing in a long time. I'll ask him if he wants to go.
Thanks. Should I come too?
No, boys only. Don't worry, I will handle this. Why don't you spend time for yourself and relax on the weekend?
Okay, thanks. And sorry to put this on you.
What are you talking about? That's what married couples do, help each other, right? I don't get to help you enough around the house anyway.
Thanks, Nate. You're such a good dad.
Hey, Christina, we're almost on our way home. We got a good catch today.
I'm glad it sounds like you two had fun. So, anything from Jordan? Did he talk to you?
About that, he didn't say anything in particular. Sorry.
Oh. And he wasn't weird to you?
Not at all. He seemed like he was enjoying fishing, and we spoke normally.
I see.
Of course, I asked him if something was up, but he just changed the subject.
Change the subject? That means there is something significant enough to have to change the subject, right?
I honestly don't know. But I didn't want to press him too hard. I wanted to be able to talk to me when he wants to. I'm sorry I was useless.
Don't be. It's not your fault he didn't want to talk. We'll try something else.
Yes, we need to think carefully how to approach him. I tried different angles today, but nothing seemed to work.
Thanks for trying. I'm starting to think what you said is true. I probably did something to piss him off unknowingly.
I don't know.
It has to be. Why else would he ignore me?
We don't know anything at this point. Like I said before, Jordan is a teenager. It's not unusual for a teenager to rebel against a parent. I'm sure it's just temporary.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I was a horrible kid to my mom while I was in my teens.
You get along with your mother so well. I can't imagine you giving her a hard time.
Thinking back, it's so embarrassing. But that's part of the reason why I want to be able to get back to my mother. And the reason I'm able to think that way now is because we have Jordan.
I understand. To think of it, I was pretty rebellious too.
Right? Everyone goes through it. I'm sure Jordan will come around.
I sure hope so. What if my son never talks to me again?
Stop it, Christina. Let's see how things go, shall we?
Easy for you to say.
Christina, you think too much. Didn't you say you were hanging out with your friends tomorrow? You should forget about it and relax.
I wish I could, but I can't get it off my mind.
You've been stressing over Jordan for a while now. I don't think it's healthy for you, or for everyone else. It's not too late to figure things out after you refresh yourself.
I guess you're right. Okay then. I will try to forget about it for the weekend.
Good, good. I will do everything that needs to be done around the house. So why don't you go have fun? Don't worry about anything.
That's so sweet of you. Okay then. I will try to enjoy myself.
Yes! Oh, but I think Jordan said he's going out tomorrow, so I'm by myself.
Well, I'm eating dinner with my friends as well. So, can you prepare Jordan's dinner?
Of course. You enjoy your day with friends. Hey, Jordan, do you know what time it is? Where are you coming home?
I know, but I'm gonna be a little late.
It's past 8 p.m. already. You need to get back here now. Where are you and what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm following Mom. I need to stay put.
Huh? Why are you following Mom? What is going on? What are you up to?
I needed to go out today because of Mom. You'll see, Dad.
What in the world? You need to explain yourself a little better.
Well, long story short, Mom just went into a motel with some older guy. I'll send you pictures later.
Your mother went into a motel with a man? What are you talking about? I'm not following you.
Sorry, Dad, but I have proof now.
Proof?
Yes, of Mom having an affair. She's been seeing this guy for quite often recently. And now I have a picture of them walking into a motel. I think I have enough now.
Okay, I think I get it now. Is this why you have been cold to Mom lately? And why you've been coming home late?
I needed to follow the guy after they parted. He's always in his car, so I couldn't find out where he lives. But I have the number on his license plate and all.
Wow, how did you know? I had no idea.
I saw her last month when I was hanging out with friends. She didn't know I was in downtown. I saw them holding hands and thought it was weird.
You see, your footwork is very impressive. But that doesn't mean you can wander the streets at night. I am still mad at you.
What? Mom's betraying you. I was doing this for you.
I understand that, Jordan. And I appreciate you looking out for me. You haven't said anything because you're waiting for the right time, right? Thank you, son.
Then why would you be mad at me?
You're still a child. You can't be out so late without me knowing. If I'll lead them, that's too dangerous.
What is so dangerous? I've only been watching them from a distance.
It probably won't be that big of a deal if Mom found you. But what if the man did? Can you say for sure they wouldn't do anything to you?
He wouldn't do anything to his girlfriend's son. Besides, he's quite nerdy. I don't think he'll be violent to anyone.
You don't know anything about him. There are people in this world who would do anything to protect themselves. You can't judge by a person's appearance.
Yeah, but...
And like I said, it's way too late for you to be out. You could get in trouble with unpleasant people. Do you think that is something I want for you?
No.
I get that you've been doing this for me, but there's nothing more important than your safety. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. I'm sorry, Dad.
Alright then. Tell me where you are, and I'll come pick you up. Regarding Mom, let me handle the rest.
Okay.
Jordan, I appreciate what you did. Really. Thanks, son. You're a good young man.
Hi, Nate. I'm still having a good time with my friends. I think I will be later than I expected. I will take a cab home. Please don't wait up for me.
I told you that you should forget your worries and relax. It's fine by me how late you are.
Okay, thanks.
As a note though, I did say that you should have fun. but I did not say you should go see someone else.
Huh? See someone? What are you talking about? Too much TV, Nate?
TV? Of course not. I'm talking about what you are doing, right this moment.
Excuse me? What are you trying to say? Is this some kind of prank?
I wish it was. But unfortunately, we have plenty of proof of your affair.
Proof?
You've been wondering why Jordan's been cold to you all this time. Well, you get to find out now.
Why are you suddenly talking about Jordan? What does he have anything to do with this?
This is all about him, because he is the one who has been collecting all the proof of your affair.
Huh? What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
He saw you walking with a man, so he's been following your moves. You know he had followed you all day today as well?
He followed me? How could he?
Surprising, isn't it? And he saw you go into a motel with another man. How horrible.
Wait, you don't believe that, do you, Nate? He probably has something to hide, so he's just making up stories to get away with it.
Have you been reading correctly? I said we have proof.
What proof?
Pictures of you two walking into your room, and my only son is saying he saw the whole thing. Why do you think I would not believe my child?
He saw wrong. He must have seen someone that resembles me.
Don't fight this, Christina. I am furious. I don't think I have ever been so angry with you.
Why are you angry? This is all a misunderstanding.
You can't get away with this. Not with this kind of solid proof. So don't make it any worse. It's better if you just come clean.
I see. Fine then.
So you admit it. You are unbelievable.
Don't blame this all on me. You are always busy with work. Jordan is suddenly cold to me. I was miserable, so I had to look for comfort somewhere else.
Jordan became cold after finding out you were having an affair. You can't use him as your motives.
I was stressed because I didn't know how to communicate with him. It's true.
It might be true that he is partly the reason why you continued your relationship with the man. But so what? It's okay to cheat on me because you're stressed?
You can't put the entire blame on me. You were never home and made me handle everything around the house. You are also the reason why this has happened.
I agree that it is. I was an idiot not to realize what was happening, and to be told from Jordan. I wish this was all some kind of joke.
So you admit that you've been absent. I'm not the only bad guy.
Without a doubt, you are the most bad person, but I am also to blame for not knowing. The worst part of all of this is that the affair was sloppy.
Excuse me?
Honestly, right now, I don't even care that you were sleeping with someone else. What I do care is the mistake you made while doing it. Do you get what that is?
Aside from cheating on you, what else are you saying that I've done?
You let Jordan find out. You made him spend days of being suspicious of his own mother. On top of that, had to witness you go into a motel with a guy he doesn't know. Do you know how horrible that is? Can you imagine how hurt he is?
He shouldn't have followed me. You can't blame me for something he decides to do.
You made him. No, you and I made him. We've been terrible parents. We've hurt him instead of protecting him. He didn't deserve any of it.
Now you regret putting work first, don't you? So what now, Nate? You're not going to suggest we get a divorce, are you?
Of course I am. I haven't been a good father to Jordan. I don't want to let him down anymore.
What are you talking about? That is irrelevant to us getting a divorce. You need to reconsider.
It's totally relevant. I've made up my mind. As Jordan's father, I swear to protect him, and you're in my way of doing so. You need to get out of our sight so you don't hurt him anymore. Afterwards, Christina tried to talk to me out of getting a divorce, but I quickly hired a lawyer and we soon filed for divorce. I ended up with Jordan's custody, and also won consolation money from Christina. All the evidence Jordan had collected worked to our favor. It didn't leave any room for Christina to make excuses in court. I also went after the man who Christina was sleeping with, and sued him for emotional distress. Unfortunately, his wife and kids found out about his affair as it came to light that I was suing him. He also ended up getting a divorce and had to pay consolation money to his wife, much like Christina. I also want Christina to pay child support, but she being a housekeeper all along made it financially unrealistic. So instead we agreed that she would never see Jordan again. Protecting Jordan from any further harm was most important. So I'm fine that she stopped paying child support. Jordan hated his mother after finding out she was cheating on me. So he seems okay that she is not around anymore. But I'm sure he hides his true feelings about what happened. The fact that his mother was having an affair, and that he saw it happen, will probably haunt him for the rest of his life. I can't undo what has happened, but as his father, I will do my best to support him.
Jane, I need you to go to the shops and pick me up some shopping. I need eggs, milk, some fruit, canned veg, and a bunch of other things. I'll send a list through. Also, you'll have to pay for all of this as I have no money at the minute.
Oh, hello, Mom. Yeah, I'm okay, thanks for asking. What's that? How's my day going? It's not too bad, actually.
Stop being so snarky, Madison. I don't have time for this. I'm still working, unlike some people.
What's that supposed to mean?
I know exactly what I'm on about.
Oh, so you're back on this spiel again. Trying to claim that I don't work or anything, so I should act like your personal maid?
Both know that writing simply isn't a job. You need to get some proper work so that you actually have a bit of money to spend.
Writing is a job, and I'm doing very well with it at the moment. Thank you very much.
Huh. And I've suddenly become a famous singer, flush with money. Oh, I've just remembered, with the shopping you'll have to pay for all of it as I have no money at the minute.
Hang on, didn't you get paid only last week?
And?
Well, considering this is your food, I think you should pay for it. I mean, with how things are at the moment with the economy, I simply can't afford to pay hundreds of dollars for your shopping when I've got to pay for all of my stuff too.
And to my daughter, I spent years of my life raising you, looking after you, and paying for everything you needed. I think the least you could do is pay for my food this one time, don't you?
That's quite a lot of money though, Mom. Shopping isn't cheap nowadays.
Excuse me. You are my daughter, and I have brought you up and made sure you had a good life until adulthood, and you were able to go off on your own. But you chose not to do that, didn't you?
What?
Well, just with your job, you're not exactly making a lot of money, are you? There's no way that you'll be able to actually afford a decent life. You're just going to end up leeching off of people. Probably me.
I'm not trying to leech off of anyone. And what kind of mom talks to their child like that? You act as if I'm some horrible stranger you don't know, demanding that I do whatever you say.
Do not. Stop being so overdramatic. You know it's annoying when you get like that. Nobody likes it.
You mean you don't like it? Besides, I'm not being overly dramatic, just truthful.
Sure. Okay. Whatever you say.
Well, you know what? I can't do anything for you anyway, because I'm out at the moment.
Do you mean you're out?
I'm out with friends. We decided to go to a bar for the evening and just have a girls' night.
You didn't invite me?
Well, no. They're my friends, and you have no idea who they are, so why would you come out with us?
Well, first you won't get my shopping for me, and now you're excluding me from nights out? Are you embarrassed of me, or do you just hate me? What have I done to deserve such hatred from you?
Mom, what are you on about? I don't hate you. It's just that this is my life. You wouldn't expect me to come out with you and your friends, would you?
What? Of course you couldn't come out with us. They're my friends. I wouldn't want you embarrassing me.
Well then, why do you think it would be okay to come out and embarrass me?
Oh, I see. I'm just an embarrassment to you, huh? Nice way to talk to your mother.
Ugh, look, Mom, I'm going to go now. I'm sorry you feel like that, but I can talk to you tomorrow about it all. I really don't have time to talk now.
Oh, I see. Well then, I guess I'll just go and sit all by myself and be incredibly lonely and depressed. Don't worry, it's not your fault. Even if you won't include me in your life.
Mom, please don't make this all about you again. I'm just having a night out with my friends, and I don't want it ruined.
Whatever, Jane. You're just being a selfish little girl again. You were always like this. Always being selfish and only thinking of your own wants and needs. You never once thought of me. Like that time when we were on holiday and you had the last of the chocolate ice cream from the shop. I wanted that flavor and you simply took it for yourself.
Mom, I was 10 years old. You can't really expect me to have been conscious about the fact that you wanted chocolate ice cream as well, especially when you hadn't even said that you wanted it. From what I remember, you actually had said that you wanted the strawberry flavor.
Yes, well, I hadn't fully made up my mind. And then, when I saw the chocolate, I knew that was what I wanted.
I can't believe you're still going on about this. It was over 20 years ago.
And yet, you've still maintained your selfish tendencies. I don't know where I went wrong with you.
Okay, that's it. I'm going now. I'm not going to stay here and let you insult me and whatever else you want to try and do. I'll talk to you tomorrow if you actually bother to be mature and nice. And if there's anything you need from the shop, I can grab it for you tomorrow. But I won't be buying your entire shopping list for you.
So, you're just going to ignore me for the rest of the night now?
Yeah, pretty much.
You can't do that, Jane. You need to listen to your mother and respond when I message you. Jane! Ugh, some daughter you are.
Hey girl, sorry I couldn't come out with you and the others the other night, but Dylan would not stop crying and I couldn't bear to leave him when he was so upset. Did I miss much?
Florence, hey. No, it's totally okay. We all understood. We'll have to make it a lunch outing next time so that we can all meet little Dylan as well. You really didn't miss much. Sue and Ben are heading off on a cruise soon, and Jennifer has got a new puppy.
How is that not missing much? You know I love puppies. Now I'm going to have to go and see it, lol.
Haha, well, it did look quite adorable in her photos.
Well, what about you? Is there anything going on with you?
Oh, well, the book I wrote has been picked up and published. In fact, it came out a few days ago and it's had really good reactions. People seem to love it. I guess there are more people with toxic mothers than I originally thought.
Oh, that is for sure. I mean, my own mom has some bad tendencies too, so I know I could have used with your book, lol.
It's just my mom, though.
Oh, is she being...
her usual, demanding, toxic self? Yeah. She messaged me the other night demanding that I get her shopping for her, despite it being like 9 at night. She even demanded that I pay for all of it, and it would have come to well over $100. I mean, I get that she's my mom and stuff, but I can't really afford to buy all of her shopping for her. And I know that if I do it once for her, then she's going to demand that I do it all of the time from then on. Not to mention that she was trying to guilt trip me into doing all of this by saying that she gave birth to me, so I owed her. I mean, what kind of mom does that?
A pretty rubbish one, I'd have to say.
Yeah, sorry about just randomly dumping all of that on you.
Hey, it's okay. That's what best friends are for. I'm just sorry you have to put up with something like that on a daily basis. I'm guessing all of these situations and different kind of things have made their way into your book?
Oh yeah. That book is basically a masterclass on how to deal with a toxic parent, lol.
Well, maybe you should just cut her out of your life, especially if she's not actually making it any better for you.
I know, but I still feel bad. She's still my mom.
But she treats you like dirt, and she'll continue to treat you like dirt until you stand up to her.
Maybe you're right. I mean, it's probably about time I try and stick up for myself. I could start by telling her about my book.
Yeah, and depending on how she takes it, you can decide what to do from there. I mean, she might have an epiphany and start treating you better after realizing just how much trauma she put you through when you were a young girl.
Yeah, she might, but it's kind of doubtful.
Well, you can only hope and try.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, I've got to go, so I'll see you soon.
Yes, definitely. I can introduce all of you to Dylan then.
Oh, I would love that.
Well, let me know a date when we can all meet up again. I'll see you soon, and good luck with your mom.
See you soon. Hey Mom, how are you today?
Oh, Jane. Well, to be completely honest, I'm kind of frustrated. Nothing is going my way today.
Oh, well, I've got some good news, I think.
Go on then. I could do with some good news for once.
Well, you know about that book I told you about? The one I've been working on?
God, not this again. How many times do I have to tell you that this whole book nonsense isn't going to get you any money? It's a complete waste of time.
It's not a waste of time.
Yes, it is. Look, let's face it. You'll never be as good as this person who's written this new book that everyone's talking about. So you should just give up and move on to a real job.
What book is that then?
Have you read the book Raised by a Toxic Mother? That stupid book is on everyone's lips.
Yes, I'm the author.
Huh? Don't be ridiculous. You're not the author. The author writes about her toxic mother and how she has had to go through all of these horrible situations whilst growing up, trying to deal with this woman. How the woman would constantly belittle her, or how she would almost gaslight her into thinking that she wasn't good enough for her mom, and that she didn't deserve to have nice things because she hadn't worked for them, or something stupid like that. Your life was never like that. I mean, I was the perfect mother, and there's nothing really you can say against that.
What? Yes, it was. You were incredibly controlling and demanding and demeaning to me. You were so toxic, it was unbelievable, and you haven't really improved much as the years have gone by. You still yell at me over the stupidest of things, not to mention that you still demand that I do everything for you. It's like you act like a toddler, unable to do anything for yourself. And I don't know if it's because you really can't be bothered to do things for yourself, or if it's because you're just incredibly jealous of me and hate the thought of me having my own life.
Me? Jealous of you? Don't make me laugh. I have a much better life than you. I mean, honestly, you live in a horrible, squalid little apartment that I really wish that I would never have to step foot in. Not to mention that you can't afford anything actually decent in life, as you simply have no money, as you're a rubbish writer, and no one would ever want to buy your book.
Well, I guess you're wrong there then, aren't you? Considering my book is being talked about and read by a lot of people.
Can't be your book, though. It's too good to be yours.
It is.
Well then, how dare you write about me like that? It's all a bunch of lies and slander. You make me sound like a horrible person, and it's just not true. I was a loving and caring mother to you when you were younger. Nothing more, nothing less.
No, you weren't. The only time you cared to show me any kind of affection was when we had guests over so that you wouldn't look bad in front of them. Any other time when it was just the family, you didn't care how you acted. You would tell me that I was ungrateful and that I should get a job to earn money to pay rent and stuff when I was just 12 years old. You'd also constantly comment on what I was wearing, or what I was doing, or who I was talking to because you hated the fact that I was younger than you and had more opportunities in life than you did. I mean, if you didn't want a kid, if you were going to be so jealous of them, why did you have one?
Well, it's not like I actually wanted you. You were a mistake, plain and simple. If I could go back in time and not get pregnant, I would definitely do that.
Wow. Thanks for that, Mom. What a nice thing to say.
It's simply the truth. You just weren't worth the effort.
Well, you know what? I don't need you anyway. I've become a successful author whose book is flying off of the shelves. It looks like I'm not the only one with a toxic parent, and people want all of the help that they can get in dealing with them. And in fact, with just how toxic you are, I might even have to write a second book, following up on your insane attitude.
Well, considering the book is about me, I should get royalties, or like 50% of the profits. You wouldn't have that story if it weren't for me.
I would much rather have had a mom who loved and cared for me than a reason to write that book. If you honestly think that I would rather have a reason to write that book instead of having a mom who loves and cared for me, then you're even more stupid than I originally thought.
Please, anyone would pick the money over something as trivial and childish as family.
No, you might pick that, but other, more caring people would always pick their family.
Well then, they'd be idiots, wouldn't they?
No, they'd be right in choosing family. And because I know that you'll never pick me over, well, pretty much anything else, I've decided to take some of my own advice and cut you off completely.
Huh?
Yep, I'm done with trying to please you. Nothing I do will ever be good enough for you, but that's your problem, not mine. I'm a smart, beautiful, and independent woman who knows her worth. You can't put me down anymore because I won't let you.
Jane, what are you saying?
I'm saying goodbye. I'm not going to bother talking to you again, and unless you act mature and speak to me in a respectful manner, I'm not going to reply to any messages that you might send me.
Can't do that.
Actually, I can. It's actually the last tactic recommended by therapists if a toxic person won't change. So, I guess all I have to say now is goodbye. I hope you are able to change your toxic behavior one day, as it might lead you to a better life.
Wait, Jane!
After that, I cut my mom out of my life. She was simply too toxic to keep around, and she was making my life more difficult than it needed to be. Even though she was family, it still didn't justify how she was treating me. It's important to know your worth and only keep the people who will make your life better in your life. Since then, I have felt much happier and less stressed. As for my mom, she tried to get in contact with me the first few days. However, when I didn't respond, she soon gave up. She hasn't bothered to apologize or anything yet, so I will continue to ignore her until she does. Though, I don't hold much hope that she will. But, oh well, as long as my life is better for cutting her out, I will keep true to my word.